Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to a very incredible video. These are the best monsters of 2020. And the reason I say that is because this is the PvP Cosmic Tournament 11 usage data. So this is the final Cosmic Tournament that was complete. There's actually the information for Cosmic Tournament 12 mid-season. I will link it in the description if you want to check it out yourself. I may check it out later, or I might just wait for all of Cosmic Tournament 12 to end to see how things change from the last, or from the information here to Cosmic Tournament 12. So I'm not sure yet if I actually want to check out the mid-season. What I will remind you guys is that when we saw the previous information, we saw that Bombeta was actually used more than Shelly. So I wonder if that's going to be the case. I asked you guys to comment why you think that was the case. A lot of players said it was because Bombeta was a free-to-play monster. More players actually had access to Bombeta, and I actually disagreed with that. I didn't think that that was a good reason, considering I personally thought that the top 100 players, most of them were probably going to be spenders. Most of them would probably have a Shelly. So to me, it was very weird that Bombeta was going to be used. Another reason players gave that Bombeta was used more is because it actually has negative effect removal, which I also kind of disagree with. From my own personal experience, anytime you face a Shelly or a Bombeta, any Megaton monster, that monster is holding team speed and life rune, so that monster is going third in the enemy turn order. So it doesn't matter if the Bombeta has a cleansing skill, because for example, when I attack with my Vampirastro, I will get rid of Megatons, and then I will total blind the enemy Vanoss, or Kodama, or whoever I need to. Maybe the enemy Vampirastro, and it just recharges. So by the time the enemy Bombeta goes and does Warming Light, who cares? It's my turn again. It can do Warming Light. My Vampirastro will go, and then I'm able to total blind whoever I want and apply dots to whoever I want. So I never really thought Bombeta on defense having the cleansing skill was that valuable. I personally think Shelly's more valuable because Shelly can resurrect, and Shelly is a dark monster. So even if you have Vampirastro, you know, you have your dark-based attacks. I mean, she also has special-based attacks, but I always thought Shelly was probably a better opponent, a better monster to put on defense. Plus, the fact that it can resurrect is just super helpful. But that's besides the point. We're going to see if anything changed. We're going to see who the top monster are of 2020. I have not seen anything here, so it's going to be exciting to see. Of course, huge shout out to Monster Legends Competitive Wiki for piling up all this information. I absolutely love numbers. I love seeing this. I love seeing what monsters are actually the best of the best. Because here's the thing. We all have our opinions. We all have our biases. We all like certain monsters. But you cannot dispute the numbers. You cannot dispute the numbers of the monsters that are most used. So with that being said, let us see what were the top monsters of 2020. Quick reminder that the A stands for attack and the D is for defense. So we get to see the players, essentially the top 100 profiles of who's used on offense and defense. And yes, they added this. So we get to see the top 100 players, how many of them were spenders versus non-spenders. And according to this, it is a 86-14 ratio. Oh, that's interesting. I was not expecting it to be like this. I was expecting it to be like 95% spenders. Wow, this is really interesting. Now here's the thing, we don't really know that 14 players are completely free to play, because for all we know, they maybe stop buying the Golden Legends pass, they stop buying the exclusive passes, maybe they still buy a gem pack. There's no way to actually account for that. Basically, if you look at a player profile and you scroll down to the top monsters, you know, that's when you can tell, hey, there's a Golden Pass monster, hey, there's an exclusive pass monster. But there's not really a way to know, but that's still interesting that 14 appear to be free to play. Very interesting. Alright, let us scroll down and let's see. So the top monster is Vampirastro, 24 in offense and 50 on defense. I'm actually surprised she's used on defense so much. From my personal experience, she is awful on defense. Anytime I bring my beta for offensive purposes, the AI will not do the Reaper. The AI will strike it with the AoE. Sometimes it'll do the Reaper, but then AoE. She's awful on defense. I could counter with an Anticipation monster if I needed to. If you total blind her, she just recharges. So I'm actually surprised she's used so often on defense. I wonder if players are successful with her. In offense, totally makes sense. I use my own in offense. In total, it had 74 uses. And look who's in second place. Shelly took the spot at 73. 41 in offense, 32 on defense. Wow. So yeah, Bombeta has to be in third place. So Bombeta is 31 in offense, 38 on defense. That's actually interesting. More players are in fact using Bombeta than on Shelly. So maybe you guys are right. Maybe it is because of the negative effect removal, but to me it still doesn't make sense because, again, it's going third in the turn order, so it doesn't even matter. I really don't think it matters. Like, even if you use your Taboro Kodama combo, you can shut down Bombeta easily with CDA. So I really don't see why Bombeta is valued more on defense. Or maybe it's because the players that have Shelly and Bombeta, they prioritize Shelly for offense, right? 41 uses. And so then they have to put Bombay on defense. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. All right, Lindworm is in 4th place and 42 on offense, 13 on defense. So yeah, Lindworm, not the best defense monster, I would say. It's funny though, because I've actually lost to a Lindworm running the Time Scourge skill, which is the one that applies Death Countdown, since I rely on Fompidostral. So that's a bit annoying. But yeah, offense, I can totally see it. It's used with legendary monsters, right? Your Madam Fusions, your Lord Pumpseed, your Thalassas. So definitely can see why he has so many uses. Of all the monsters, of the top 4 monsters, he is the most used for offense. Look at that, 42. Him followed by Shelly. Wow, that's impressive. That is impressive. And we lost, who did we lose? I think last time we had 5. We lost Tabora. So Tabora's next. Yes, Tabora is 17 and 22. And this obviously is used with the CDA monster. So I imagine we're going to be seeing Kodama still in the top. We might see Tabora's sister in the top. Roddy, we might see Roddy. Actually, I was expecting, yeah, we might see Roddy, I think, because Roddy can do CDA, and Roddy can also extra turn stamina drain, so that might be a monster. You can already see the monster in 6th place. It is a Hardy, mostly used on defense. Anticipation, I mean, considering this monster, 24 of it is offense, and Lindworm 42 is offense, and he can turn transfer, it makes sense that Hardy would be a hard-hitter defense monster. In total, 35 uses. Followed, we have Kodama. There is that Kodama, and look, we have Vanoss. These are like OG Cosmics, and they are still being used. Hey, Chuckle Muckle made it to the Tuffy spot. 22 total, mostly used on defense, so I can imagine like Hardy, Chuckle Muckle defenses. I mean, with so much extra turns and turn transferring, you definitely need some sort of anticipation. Vanoss mostly being used for offense, not so much for defense. Very, very interesting. So who is used on defense then? So I know it's Shelly or Bombeta, based on the numbers here, Fompidostral. So who else is used? Is it Hardy, Fompidostral, and a Megaton monster? Because only 4 on defense. That is actually interesting. I wonder if Super Fox, I was expecting Super Fox to increase, or maybe, let's see, this was released December 26. Maybe Super Fox wasn't, no, maybe maybe at the end of Cosmic Tournament 9, Cosmic Tournament 12, we'll see more Super Fox used. Alright, moving over to the mids, we have Grakon, mostly for offense, which makes total sense. You can partner up with a Solar Flare and Armor Claw, or turn transfer with a Lindworm. We have Warmaster Thalassa, 13 for offense, so only offensive purposes. Once again, turn transfer with Lindworm. I'm actually a little surprised that Lupin isn't used, considering Lupin is faster than Lindworm, but I guess he just doesn't have the same versatility, right? Lindworm can also transform you to a baby, you can also reset cooldowns, so a lot more versatility there. And we have Ignis, so it is, I think it's still so funny that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 Cosmics, and then we get 2 Legendaries back to back. By the way, of all the Cosmics, this is an exclusive paywall monster, and this is a Golden Legends Pass monster. And actually, as of recently, Shelly and Hardy became available for 1400 gems. So even though they were pay monsters, some players were actually able to get them free to play. So that's pretty cool. Let us scroll down. We still have Ignis being used for his cleansing capabilities. We have Lord Platypus. Lord Platypus actually joined the mids. 6 on offense, 6 on defense. In total, 12 uses. Softies, we have Solar Flare, 7 on defense. We have Wormlad still, 5 on offense, 2 on defense. 2 both. And then we have, there it is. So if you don't have Kodama, you have Tabora's sister. We have Master Masher taking a spot in the softie category, but no Lupin. Mostly used for defense. We have Daedalus, a Megatop monster. We have Armor Claw also still being used. Actually, all of these are 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. So it is really cool to see the OG Mythic monster still having a good spot, mostly for offensive purposes. We have a Pierce monster, Rosulka, and we still have not seen Super Fox. So I would imagine we're going to see Super Fox, considering if we look at the top monsters, Dark, we have to see Super Fox. Super Fox rank 5 could probably OTK these monsters easily. So maybe at the end of Season 12, we have another CDA monster. We have a Resurrection monster. That's why it's mostly used for defense. We have Noah. Very interesting. 5 on defense. I've battled a few Noahs. I don't think he's that difficult. Maybe it's because I use Fompidostro and I don't even care that he'll apply like a 50% shield to his Megaton ally. I'll choose the Reaper and cleanse it. So yeah, I've never thought he was that big of a deal. Dagale is mostly used for offense. I mean, he's a strong villain hater. Ragnarok on defense, very interesting. We have Witch Cat, 3 uses total. Letalist reads total. Madam Fusion has lost a lot of usability. I remember her being higher, only 3 for offense. Ah, there's Super Fox only on defense too. I imagine we'll be seeing more of her for offense and defense at the end of Season 12. We have Black Feather on defense. Zorky, that's a strange one. Offense, so it has to be with Vanoss. Triple damage, Vanoss, Pierce, boom! So yeah, and I can imagine Zorky with Super Fox, same thing. Triple damage, a Super Fox against the Dark Meta. Ooh, easy OTK. Senseiron for Megaton. Kai, I'm surprised. I don't think he's that great. Ferris, some people must be using the Steam Wrath Ferris combo. That reminds me, I did not see... Not Steam Wrath. Where is Steam Wrath? Steam Wrath was out by now, right? Yeah, where the heck is Steam Wrath? There's Steam Wrath 2. Okay, so Ferris at 2 and Steam Wrath at 2. 2 for offense, 1 for offense. Interesting. So yeah, you know, one of those combos are those two together. We have Erder, we have Hornets, another legendary monster. We have Warmaster Elvira being used on defense. Probably a player trying to do like Stoffer time. We have Blaz, we have Lonrad, and then we have random monsters being used. Brutalis still for the taunts, Megatons. Izol, same thing, taunt, Megataunt. Neobuki there, that's why I see. You have Elvira, you know you have Neobuki on defense as well. That's the combo, the stock combo right there. You have Targon, that's the same. I guarantee you the person using Elvira is also using Neobuki and Targon, or one other day. We have Hayman. What in the world? We have Hayman. Hayman is... How in the world is this a top monster of 2020? I refuse to believe it. It's because of Zaid Rocks. Oh my gosh. That is funny. That is funny. Alright, we have Nor, we have Iguanazar, we have Siamese. Very interesting. Again, it's like Kodama backwards Sabora, and we have Ophiuchus the Zodiac being used, and those are the top monsters of 2020. Hey man, you refuse to die. That is hilarious. I would love it if the top 100 all put Hayman on their offense and defense just to mess with Monster Legends competitive wiki and then see like Hayman 100% usage. That would be like the ultimate prank. But there you have it, guys. This is the top monsters of 2020. Once again, huge shout out to Monster Legends Competitor for coming up with this amazing information. I love seeing this. I will link this blog and I will link the Cosmic Tournament Season 12 mid-season blog as well, so you guys can check it out. But then we are going to be doing another video once we have the information for Cosmic Tournament 12. With that being said, guys, I'm Armor Gaming. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought about all of this information in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.